Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley, I am a full-time reseller, and today I have another Goodwill Bins haul for you guys. So last week I went to the Goodwill outlet. I usually go at least once every single week, and I went and I spent a few hours digging through bins and found a bunch of gems to resell online, and I only paid $1.17 per item in this haul. So I want to address my face before I really get into this. So yesterday, I'm such a klutz. I'm so doppy, as my mom used to call me, like literally all the time growing up. As an adult, I'm so clumsy. So yesterday, it was Easter actually, and me and my two kids went to see her grandparents, who drove down. They live a couple hours away, and stayed in a hotel, and the hotel they're staying at has a pool. Well, we went over there and we swam a little bit, and I'm not the smartest apparently, but I was like trying to show my kids how I can swim underwater and how cool it is. And as I was swimming underwater, I didn't realize how close to the bottom I was, because at this point I was swimming from the shallow end to the deep end. So I didn't realize how close to the bottom I was, and the water was extremely foggy, so it's not like I could even see if I wanted to, and I banged my chin off the bottom of the pool, apparently scraped it, and now I have this giant mark on my chin. So yeah, just wanted to address that. I'm fine, definitely could have been worse, but definitely kind of the epitome of my life. Like, I'm constantly hurting myself in just weird ways. But anyways, we have about 28 items to get through today, so let's just jump right into it. So I'm going to start with the accessory pieces. I have a couple accessories today. This first piece is a vintage Oscar de la Renta silk scarf. I kind of like how it has this color blocking. Like, each side is its own color, like the trim. And it took me forever to find the name again when I came home. I knew I saw the brand on here when I picked it up, which is why I picked it up. But then as I was inventorying this, I could not seem to find it. But right there it is. You know, I don't get a ton of money for scarves, but if you've watched my videos before, you'll know, like, I love listing and selling them because they're super easy to list. They're super lightweight, so they cost next to nothing at the bins. And, you know, I'll probably list that around $19. This one did not have a brand on it, but it is a rectangular scarf. And look at these peacocks on it. Oh my goodness. It has two peacocks on it. Super oversized, rectangular, kind of wrap scarf. It has these fringes at the ends. Like I said, no brand. It is kind of soft, maybe like a rayon or even polyester. But because of the style, that's why I picked it up. And this one I'll be listing right around $22. And then I have a belt, and it actually does not have the brand written anywhere on it, but I knew exactly what it was when I picked it up. This is what it looks like. That's what the belt buckle looks like. The brand is Lacoste. And then I also saw that this was made in the USA. Good indication that this was vintage, just the way that it looked. Like, it just gave me that vintage feel. But this is kind of a canvas fabric belt with a gold belt buckle there. There is no size on this, so of course I'm gonna put measurements in my photos, stuff like that. And, you know, again, same with the scarves, belts don't go for a ton of money, but they're super easy to list and photograph. And, you know, I could put lots of keywords in my title, like preppy, made in the USA, vintage, 90s, stuff like that. And I'm gonna be listing this again right around $22. And then we have two hats. This first one is, you know, obviously not the right season for it, but again, super lightweight, super easy to photograph. Don't have to take measurements, which I love when I don't have to take measurement photos or measurements. But this is a Team Duff beanie pom-pom hat, and apparently Team Duff is like related to The Simpsons. I watched The Simpsons a little bit, but never really was a huge Simpsons fan. But when I did a Google image search when I got home, or not when I got home, earlier when I was inventorying my items, I noticed that this actually is still for sale on their website. So the retail price for this, or at least what it is right now, is only $20 on their website. So I'm assuming that somebody bought this and was like, oh yeah, I don't really want that, and then donated it. It's wild what you can find at the Goodwill Bins. But anyways, because this is still for sale on their website, I'm probably only going to list that at $15. If somebody sends me a $10 offer, I'm totally fine with that. You know, $8 offer, I'd be happy to see it go. I only paid $1.17. So this next piece, again, another hat, perfect little summer hat. Kind of looks like a fedora, sun hat. I love this braided detailing all around it. And the brand on this is La Fioriente. Probably did not say that correctly. Again, these aren't going for a ton of money, but I should be able to get between $20 and $25 for this. I think I'm going to list it right around $25, maybe a couple dollars lower, just because there's not a ton sold. But we are just going into the season. I mean, really, it's not even summer season yet, so I expect that to sell pretty quickly. And then the last kind of non-clothing item I found was this blanket, and I was actually so surprised that it was left there. It honestly looked like somebody threw it back, maybe because it doesn't have a brand tag on it. That doesn't bug me any, but it is a kind of tapestry woven blanket, throw blanket, and let me try to show you this. I might have to move you guys back a little bit, but it has wolves on it. There's one right there. There's another one. There's 3 wolves on it. With kind of a mountain scene, you know, it has the fringed edges. Like I said, there is no brand tag on this. That is no problem. I will put that in my description. I will also take measurements of this just so people know how big it is. But I'm going to list this piece right around $40. And the rest of the pieces are clothing items. And you guys, I am so proud of myself. If you watch my Goodwill Bins haul, like 2 videos ago, I believe, I talked about how that was going to be the last haul of really me being willy-nilly. I'm really trying to be strict. I'm really buckling down, really trying to get high sell-through rate items, in-season items, etc. So this haul is the first portion of the first day that I was really trying to be strict at the Goodwill Bins. I mean, there's only, I believe, like 2 sweaters in here. So I'm so proud of myself, and I cannot wait to show you guys what I got. So this first piece, it's just a little bread and butter piece, but I loved the cat print on this. All over cat print. This is by Torrid Sleep, size 4X, which is a great size. This is called their hooded fleece pajama top, something like that. But again, because of the cat print, that's mainly why I picked that up. And that piece I'll be listing right around $22, nothing major, but people love cats. I love cats, so I expect that to go pretty quickly. Now this piece, I probably would have left it behind had I taken a closer look to it. I did not notice that it originally had a belt. Somebody apparently before it got donated to Goodwill, cut the belt loops off, because I remember specifically looking at the bins like, okay, is this supposed to have a belt? No, I don't see any belt loops, but I didn't really look. And when I did a Google image search to see if I could find the exact name of this dress, I noticed that all the other listings have belts. So that is unfortunate, but somebody could definitely wear this without a belt. You know what I mean? But this is an adorable little floral fit and flare dress. This is by the brand Talbots, which you guys know I love selling. 14 petite, so that's a bigger size. It's a great size. I did take a couple dollars off of that just because it's missing the belt. Normally I would list something like that by Talbots if it had the belt for like $35. But because it's missing the belt, I'm going to list it right around $28. Now this piece I was really excited about. The brand tag was cut out, but you guys, this is a true wrap skirt. Look at this print. I mean, I could look at this forever and just see different things. It kind of looks like an ethnic pattern. It has birds on it. Like I said, it's a true wrap style. In the bins, it kind of just looked like a piece of fabric because it wasn't wrapped up. Like, did not look like a skirt, which is why I think some people left it behind. I'm really glad I took a closer look at it. And even though it is unbranded, definitely so many features to this, like this print alone, I feel like it's going to sell it. People love true wrap skirts and true wrap dresses. And yeah, I'm just really excited about this piece. And you guys know I love selling those really loud and really unique prints. So this piece, I believe I'll be listing around $35. Now this piece is one of the sweaters that I got. You guys, don't come for me. Maybe would have left it behind. It actually has no brand on it. The brand tag was cut out. But I like this kind of chunky knit. It's a Henley style, which people like. Kind of color block, grandpa style, kind of geometric even. Like, it even kind of looks like flames now that I'm looking at it. Wow, that's very interesting. So all that's in here is the material tag, and it says size medium. But when I did a Google image search again to see if I could find anything on this, I found that this is by the brand Van Heusen. So in the wintertime, I'm totally fine with picking that brand up. Funny enough, actually, as I was inventorying this, literally, as I was inventorying this exact piece, I sold a different Van Heusen piece that was like a Y2K sweater vest. That was so funny. That sold for $18. You know, this is another piece that I'm not going to get a ton of money for, but I should be able to get around $25 to $28. I'm going to list it at $28 because we're out of season. Normally, like if it was going into fall or winter, I might list that closer to $35. Now this piece is just a basic little J. Crew piece, but size medium. This is called their Gauze button-up blouse. Super gauzy, you know, this material people love. White button-up blouse, super basic little perfect piece for somebody's wardrobe. And when I looked at the style name, when I looked at the style number, if you didn't know, J. Crew under their material tag has a style number, and it also says what year and what season this piece came out. And I was really shocked to find out that this came out in spring of 2024. Which is funny because we are in spring of 2024. Now, I feel like, you know, their spring pieces, they put out more in the wintertime. You know, they put out seasons a season ahead, if that makes sense. But this is only a few months old, you guys. That's what the tag looks like. As you can see, spring 24, that is just wild. So I definitely picked this up because it's a more recent piece. If this was an older piece, probably would have left it behind. This has nothing wrong with it that I could see. No stains, no rips. I'm going to list that right around $25. This piece I was really excited about. I just really liked the style of this. So this is just by Coldwater Creek, size medium, definitely a vintage tag. But look at this top, you guys. So interesting. Okay, it is a little noisy. Like, kind of sounds like those noisy pants. Like, it's kind of like a windbreaker material, which was very intriguing to me. It buttons halfway down the top, and then the bottom half is open there. Okay, it also has some tulle underneath peeking out. I thought this was total like Renaissance vibes, kind of gothic, even kind of like pirate vibes. I felt like, I don't know, I was so drawn to this piece. Again, you guys know I love selling unique pieces. I love vintage pieces. So again, not going to be able to get a ton of money for that, but I'll probably list that right around $28. And with all the keywords, like I said, Renaissance, Gothic, pirates, that should definitely sell quickly. This piece, let me find the tag here, is a Chico's piece, definitely an older piece, women's 100% silk, one size kind of shawl, so it doesn't have sleeves, but it kind of just like drapes over your shoulders, you know what I mean? Kind of like a shawl kimono. It has this southwestern Aztec print, and vintage silk pieces, not even vintage, just silk pieces in general by Chico's can do really, really well. Actually, today is April 1st. And as I was looking up like what I wanted to price this item at, I saw that a vintage silk button-up blouse by Chico's was kind of like color block, super artsy, just sold today for $50. So I'm like, wow, you guys. Silk pieces, silk kimonos, silk shawls, you know, anything kind of artsy like this too, does really, really well with Chico's. So I think I'm going to list that piece around like $35. This piece, again, older, from like Y2K, Faded Glory, their t-shirt dress. Now, there is no size in this, which I found very interesting because this tag that's printed on here is in pretty good shape. Same with those words, but no tag. And there's also no material tag. But anyways, this is a super adorable little t-shirt dress, kind of baby doll style, floral, has a lace trim there by the buttons and at the waist. Total Y2K vibes. I could see somebody wearing this with like white Chuck Taylors, Converse, or with some Doc Martens. Oh my freaking gosh, so cute. So this piece I'll be listing right around $25, which if you think about it is wild because when that was first in the store, it definitely did not retail for $25. So this next piece, totally drawn to, it is this kind of mesh sheer blouse with all these sequins the whole way down, and then at the trim there. This is by the brand Torrid. I love selling this brand. Great bread and butter brand for me. Size 4, which equals a 4X. But yeah, you guys, anything sequins, especially after like Taylor Swift, she's always been popular, but after there's really been a lot of hype around her these past like 2 years, I want to say, sequins I feel like have blown up. So I immediately knew I was going to pick this piece up. Not going to get a ton of money for it again, but I'll probably list that around $25 to $28. If this was full sequin, like it wasn't sheer, I could definitely get more money for it. This next piece, again, a great bread and butter brand. Great, not really brand, but a great bread and butter piece by this brand, especially this time of year. This is by the brand Tommy Bahama, women's size medium, and this is a little floral halter dress. Super adorable, kind of paisley print, floral. This is padded, which I really liked, and it is this super stretchy jersey knit kind of slinky material. Again, not going to be able to get a ton of money for that, but I'm going to list it right around $25, and I expect to get between that $20 and $25 mark. Now this brand I never heard of, and I'm still kind of confused by it, but the brand is Shoemaker. That's what the tag says. Now when I did a comp on Shoemaker blouses, the thing that kept coming up was Dorothy Shoemaker. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't say Dorothy on it, so I was really, really confused. But this is a button-up blouse. I just realized it's missing 3 buttons, and I thought it was only missing 1. Wow, okay, you guys. But anyways, yeah, definitely missing a lot of buttons in the front. Somebody's probably going to want to replace them or get different ones that look like that. But this is a cotton button-up shirt. It has silk accents, like back here there's silk, kind of pleated in the front, beige. Now this piece looks super basic. What made me drawn to it was the brand tag. And when I did a comp, I'm assuming that this is the same thing as Dorothy Shoemaker. Like I said, I'm kind of confused about it. Maybe this is an older tag. But when I did comps on this brand, pieces, even basic pieces like this are selling for between $35 and $40 pre-owned. Now, because mine is missing several buttons, I'm going to lower the price a little bit, and I'll probably list mine right around $30. Now, this piece, I kind of debated in my head because this brand has definitely gone downhill on the resale market. Like, I used to be able to sell pieces more quickly than I can now, but I decided to pick it up. This is just by the brand Knox Rose, a size extra large / 2XL. And this is kind of a duster kimono, lightweight, would be like a perfect little beach cover up. Throw it over a t-shirt or a tank top with some shorts. So many ways you could wear this, but I loved the print on this. Actually, you know what? Okay, no, I was gonna say that looks like sailboats, but it's just triangles. But kind of like, you know, Aztec geometric print. And then at the bottom, it has pops of the yellow there, which I really liked. That reminded me of the sun. I don't know. I really, really enjoy this piece. And I think somebody else will too, which is why I picked it up. Now, I am only going to list that around $22, which is kind of low. In the past, I would probably list that closer to $25. Like I said, though, the value and the speed that pieces by Knox Rose are moving has definitely gone down. So I'm going to list it low and hope that it flips quickly and I can, you know, turn that $1.17 into $20. That's amazing. Now this next piece, again, this is the second sweater I picked up, but you guys, I could not leave this behind. There's no way I was leaving this in the bin. No way that I was possibly sending this to the landfill. No way. Look at this, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, obviously not the right season for it. This is like a Christmas snowman sweater, but I love the pastel colors, first of all. Like, you don't really see this often. Total granny core. I love the snowman. And then when I looked at the brand tag, because in my head I'm like, oh, Ashley, like, do you really need to pick this up? Do you really need to pick this up? And this was like very, like, I was not at the Goodwill Bins long after I found this, and I'm like, oh no, here we go again. Do you have to, should you pick this up? I don't know. I was really debating it. I'm really happy I did, but like I said, when I looked at the brand tag, look what it says. It says Ashley on it. I'm like, yep, there's my sign. I need to pick this up. Definitely cannot leave this behind. So freaking cute. I'd probably list that right around $30. Again, a little bit lower because we are out of season. Now this next piece, I was actually more excited when I got home and did a comp than I was in the store, but this is by the brand Nick and Zoe. I actually found a decent amount of stuff, or saw a decent amount of stuff in the bins by this brand. Left most of it behind. This is in a size extra small, which is a little smaller, but this is a linen blend convertible cardigan. This is actually called their 4-way convertible cardigan. As you can see right now, it's kind of wrapped. And there's a button on either side. This can also be opened. There's a button right here. You can wear it open front. You can tie the loose ends down there instead of buttoning them. So many ways you can wear this. I love the floral print. I did not see any listed with this print. And I was gonna say that kind of actually, wait a minute, that's a tiger on there. I did not notice that before, you guys. Yeah, I feel like this is a rarer, more rare style. So I might actually list this up a little bit higher than I originally was going to, because at first I thought it was floral, but no, there are 2 tigers on here, and I am shook, and I am even more excited now. But anyways, these don't sell for a ton of money, but they have a decent sell-through rate, and because of those tigers, oh my gosh, so freaking cute. I'm probably gonna list mine around $30 to $35 and see how that goes. It seems like the newer ones, or the newer tag ones, are selling for $30 to $35, but because of that unique print that it doesn't seem like there's a lot of, I'm gonna list it up and we will see how that goes. This piece is a vintage little toddler girls piece. Paper bag, kind of stretchy waist. Look at the back. Little bows on the backs. Oh my gosh. Total 80s, total 90s. Little back pocket patch there. Not pocket, little back patch. And this is by the brand Gitano, Gitano. And, you know, I picked these up based off of style, and actually a couple pairs of toddler girls vintage jeans and pants have sold by this brand, which I was kind of surprised by when I did a comp. Because a lot of times with vintage clothing, there won't be an exact comp of the exact brand. You know what I mean? But there was of this, and they actually sold for $15, but I noticed that they weren't like this. They were not acid wash, and they did not have bows on them. So I'm going to list mine right around $22. And then we have another vintage kids piece. I could not leave this. Oh my God. This would have been perfect for Easter, in my opinion, had I found it beforehand. But this is a toddler girl size 3T, I believe. 4T jumpsuit, pastel, kind of floral, kind of geometric, total 90s. Once again, I could not leave this behind. And I'll be listing that right around $22 again. This piece I picked up based off of style, little high-low lace skirt, total goth, total grunge. This is by the brand Goddess. Never heard of that brand, but it is a paper tag, which is one of the first things I noticed. It also is made in the USA, which is one of the first things I noticed, which means that more than likely it is vintage, and more than likely I'm going to find flaws when I get home that I did not see before. That is extremely sad. Okay, you guys, I need to really learn how to sew, because this is the second item that I found. I found one when I was inventorying, and I'm like, no, I'm just not even going to list it. I'm just going to donate it back. And now I found this one. Oh, no. And it's right on the seam, like that could easily be stitched up. Ugh. Okay, so that's depressing. So I probably not going to list this. Probably not going to list this. It's not even worth it, because I can't fix it myself. And I was only going to list it for $25, but yeah, this is a great style, great little, you know, piece for this time of year. Because of the flaw, that is so sad. I'm going to donate it back, but that's okay. This piece is kind of, again, it's not a sweater, but it's a jacket. So I did really good. Only 3 pieces in this haul were out of season pieces. Those 2 sweaters and now this. But to be fair, this can definitely be a spring piece, especially here in Pennsylvania. It's cold today. I mean, I wore my winter jacket this morning, like my little puffer jacket. So anyways, this is, again, a vintage Coldwater Creek piece. This is a tapestry jacket. I love pieces like this, you guys. I don't know why. I'm just so drawn to the tapestry material. But kind of paisley print, floral. I liked how this wasn't really bright. It's kind of muted. But yeah, super boho, super artsy, super cottage. And definitely could not leave that piece behind. I'm gonna list this right around $32. And then this piece, look at this, you guys. Little kind of ditzy floral midi dress, super oversized. This is by the brand Mango. And it's a women's size 4, but like I said, super oversized. Like, I could fit this, and I can assure you that I am not a size 4. But this is 100% cotton. Again, it's kind of like that gauzy material. Actually, you know what? More like seersucker, not gauzy. That's definitely the material keyword I want to use, if you could see that there. People love that material. 100% cotton, oversized, you know, perfect little summer piece. Now again, theme of this video, this is not going to go for a ton of money, but I'm going to list that right around $25. Perfect time of year for that, and I think it's a great style and great pattern. And this is our last piece. This is a piece that I will pretty much almost always pick up, especially this time of year. And I just realized the strap is all twisted. I'll have to fix that then. But this is a vintage little Y2K overall dress. So stinking cute with pockets, has the button detailing on the sides. This one strap is twisted, like I said. I'm gonna have to fix this. But this is by Basic Editions. I've actually sold overall dresses by this exact brand many times. This is a size large, total Y2K, 90s, preppy, you know, so many keywords again I can use. That I'll be listing around $28. All right, you guys, so that is everything I have to show you today. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for all the continued support. It really means the world to me, probably more than you even realize. So if you made it to the end of this video, I really, really appreciate you. Probably a longer video, even though I didn't have more items than normal. I don't know. Maybe I'm just chatty. I've been alone all day, so maybe that's why. But anyways, you guys, I really appreciate you sticking with me through the rides of my journey and through the rides of my life. And I hope you guys are having a great day. And I hope to see you in my next video.